Happy Taiwanese Constitution Day, everybody. Wait, there's something more important that happens today? Wait, what? Never heard of it. Christ Mass? What? No, I'm just kidding. But, you know, happy today. Hope you guys are having a good one. You know, blah, 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 etc. But anyways, hey guys, well, got a game here today against MarkoGaming64 from Twitter. Just wanted to try and get some UU in. So, you know, I got a game. So, my team, you know, you've already seen already, it's the same fucking team. I'm not going to make a team just a week after starting UU. It'll probably be like a couple more weeks at least. But, yeah, so I got this team working. My opponent's team, he's got a fairly defensive team working on his end. So that'll be interesting to work around. But, you know, his main threats I'm going to look at are going to be the Noivern and the Sceptile, just because there's offensive dudes, and they are speedy enough to where they can punch some huge holes in my team, so I'm going to need to make sure I preserve my Scarfers well enough, those being Jirachi and Noivern, or not Noivern, fucking Hydreigon, because they should be able to, you know, revenge very well, so I need to preserve them well enough, and I should be generally okay. I'm going to have to also remove that Florges really early from the game, because with that out of the way, Hydreigon has a lot of leeway to plow through his team, which, you know, it easily can, barring like the Pangoro, but I have plenty of ways to deal with that anyways. So it's just mainly remove the Florges, and I should have a pretty easy time. Also, I'm going to pronounce Florges how I fucking want to, so deal with it. But leads on his end, I thought he might want to go with Noivern just because that might be the better thing to go with right now. If he goes with anything else, Jirachi has enough U-turning pivoting power to do whatever anyway, so I felt safe enough with Jirachi. He does lead with Noivern, but I feel like I need to go for Iron Head right away as opposed to U-turn, because I want to try and just get as much damage off as possible on it before anything else happens. But he goes right into Chestnut, and I can't really stay in there like I could, but I really would prefer to go into Crobat right now just because I threatened him out, and I would do a ton of damage to anything else. I tried to go for Defog right there because I knew he would go for Spiky Shield, but I didn't know if it would bypass the Spiky Shield, but it doesn't, so eh. But I go for Brave Bird right there because I figured he would possibly stay in predicting me to predict him again, or whatever, or go for another defog or something like that, but he lives just a sliver, and he gets a Leech Seed off, so that's kind of unfortunate, but I can deal with it somehow. But here, I'm going to go into Raikou, because I figured I could take any potential hit well enough, plus I thought he might want to go for, like, another layer of spikes, or just straight up switch into something that could take on Crobat well enough, which he goes into the Florges, and I'm just going to Volt Switch out, because I really have no business staying in. But I'm going to go into the Chandelure right here, just because I figured I could get a sub up on it, and Moonblast might not be able to break my sub since I do resist it, so I felt comfortable enough doing that, and I knew he wouldn't want to just go straight out to the Chestnut to take a Wish just yet, because he doesn't know my set, but the Moonblast is actually breaking my sub, which is really bad. But here I was figuring he was just going to keep staying in, because there's no reason to switch out right now until I don't have a sub anymore, because then he, you know, has an in general safeness to him. But he decides to switch out finally to Pangoro after he breaks my other sub. I just went for another sub because basically what I want to do is I want to sub up until I can get a good pain split off on the Florges, because then I should be in an in general safe situation against it. But when Pangoro was in, I decided I would go for Pain Split, but he goes into Noivern, and I get a nice amount of health back from it still, but I would have liked more. But since Noivern is in and it has Infiltrator, I kind of have to switch out because I don't want to lose whatchamacallit just yet. So I go into Jirachi, but he doubles that to Florges, I guess thinking I would go into something else, but since I knew he wouldn't want to stay with the Florges right there, I just U-turn out, and he goes into the Chestnut off of my U-turn, and I go into Hydreigon mainly just because I didn't really want to bring anything else in, and I figured it'd be the safest thing to do in a sense, because I could also kind of lure out the Florges in a way, so that was kind of why. I went for Dark Pulse because I figured at that range, with Chestnut's okay enough special defense, even then I should be able to take it out, so I figured it'd be the safest thing to do, but I had no business staying in on Florges there, so I'm just going to switch out into Swampert, and as he wishes up, so I figure at this point he'd either predict my rocks or predict like an Earthquake, and figuring Chestnut could take it, go into the Chestnut, so I go for Ice Beam, but he goes into Pangoro, which is fine, because I know I can in general take hits against this thing, so I might as well take this opportunity right here, just get up rocks. He does knock off my leftovers, but he has Life Orb himself, so that should make this thing in general easier to play around, so I'm okay with that. He goes for the Parting Shot, which it doesn't do damage, so it's not as good as U-turn, so eh. But I went for Earthquake to be safe because I kind of forgot that it got Parting Shot, so yeah, that's my bad. But he does switch into the Sceptile on my Earthquake, which It's going to do a little bit, but not too much, and I decided to just stand right here just to scout out the Sceptile, which is a physical one, so that's going to be a lot easier to deal with than if it was special, so that's actually really good. So here I go into Hydreigon, and I just go for U-turn knowing that he will want to switch out, and even then, U-turn is a better move I have against him anyways, just because I don't want to be locked into Draco so soon, so yeah. Bring in Jirachi on the Florges, and I'm just going to go for Iron Head, and he finally shows a Protect, so I think I know most of his move pool. I think I just don't know his last move, because I know he has Wish Protect and Moonblast, so actually I don't know much at all. But there he's going to go into Chestnut hoping he'll live, but he is not able to and he dies, so that's out of the way, so that's nice. But now he's going to go into Starmie. I figure he's most likely going for Rapid Spin, but at the same time, if he goes for anything else, I figure Hydreigon can take it, whatever he goes for against a Jirachi, which it was just a Rapid Spin, so I'm fine. But I'm just going to go for another U-turn because it's super effective against the thing, so I might as well. Plus, again, I had that feeling that Florges would just want to come back in, so I might as well just go for the U-turn. But here, since my rocks are gone and his Chestnut's gone, I feel safe just going for Defog, mainly, you know, just get it off so I can not take more hazard damage, so yeah. So here, I mean, I knew he was going to switch out, and even if he didn't, like, Brave Bird will still do a good chunk to anything, or to the Florges, so I figured we'll just see what he wants to do and just go for Brave Bird, which goes into Starmie, does a substantial chunk, but he gets it all back from Wish, so that kind of sucks. But here I'm just going to have to U-turn because I really have no business leaving in a Crobat on a Starmie when I know I can't kill it, so U-turn works, and I U-turned in Jirachi figuring I could take any hit. Figured either an Ice Beam or Side Shock was incoming, but it was an Ice Beam, so take that beautifully, and I can just go for another U-turn. I know there's a lot of U-turns in this game, but they all have a purpose that actually matter, so But I just U-turn out into Chain Allure because I figured I should be able to do enough damage with Fire Blast and lay enough pressure on him where I should be in a good situation, which I do a ton of damage to that Fire Blast. I didn't expect to do that much. And then I get a really key burn. It's like really key, and you'll see why. Hopefully, yeah, you will see why later. Like, that burn is really unfortunate, but it's really key. So, yeah. He got the Wish off, but at that point, if he's not protecting, he's gonna switch, and I need to kill whatever happens on the switch in, so I opt out of Pain Split and just go straight for Fire Blast, because I want to just be able to get a kill on whatever comes in, which is Starmie, and since I have a Life Orb Chain Allure, that'll still take it out even though it's resisted, so that's just great to get that out of the way, which again will give me a lot more leeway, and I thought on the double down that Jirachi would be the best thing to bring in, which he brought in Pangoro, which is actually really bad, so I'm just gonna say fuck it, and just take the chance of trying to Iron Head it, because I didn't really want to bring anything else in, so yeah. Here bringing Raikou just because I figured I could just Volt Switch Revenge kill him, but the moment I click Volt Switch, I remembered, wait, Sceptile exists. Why didn't I click another move? Because I could have at least gone for HP Grass, which, I mean, it wouldn't have done that much to Sceptile, but it at least wouldn't have given him a boost, but then again, he's physical anyway, so it doesn't matter, but it would have been extra damage I didn't need. But he actually failed to take me out first, so I got a little bit of damage off with extra sensory, and then I'm going to go into Hydreigon to scare him out. Just go for another U-turn because it's just perfectly safe, so I might as well. And here's where the burn kind of matters because, well, actually no, it's not this turn. I think it's the next turn, or no, yeah, he switches out right here, that's right. But he switches out to Pangoro, and I just go for a U-turn because at that point, if he protects, he dies, and either way, he's at a low enough amount of HP where I would just kill him with U-turn anyways, but so I just take him out, so that's cool. But he brings in the Noivern on my Hydreigon, and I mean, at this point, he kind of knows he's lost anyways, because I can just Draco Meteor this, and then Draco Meteor the Sceptile, and then that'll basically be game. Like, I really should have switched out, but I kind of was taking a risk in a sense, because I could have easily died, but I guess, as far as the Sceptile went, I still had Crobat, so I wasn't that concerned, but the Florges comes back in, and because of the burn, he essentially can't do anything at all, because like, last time he came in after the burn, he got so low in health to where he was basically useless, and now he's going to die from burn this turn, so that's the only reason why the burn matters, just lower the survivability of the Florges, which is going to give me the match, so yeah, GG, guy. I think it was only like a 2-0, yeah, because I only had Hydreigon and Crobat alive, so I mean, really, the only instance I would have lost there is if I missed the Draco Meteor on the Noivern, but then Crobat would have been able to take on the rest of his team, so, you know, as far as the Hydreigon versus Sceptile thing went. But yeah, whatever. That was the game. So GG. Yeah, it was a really, really fun game. Probably one of the funner games I've had in a long time. So yeah, hope you guys have a good Christmas and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I don't know. But hope you guys enjoyed. Such blah. Recommend sub and later, guys.